Henry was a handsome young man filled with a lot of dreams and aspirations for his life, and he was also a very hardworking young man. In his 30s, he was also an engineer by profession, and along the line, he met a beautiful lady called Kayla. Kayla was a young girl that was also an aspiring nurse. She was a nurse that worked in a hospital, and they fell in love and they decided to get married. Their first marriage was a traditional marriage where both families attended in grace and style. Everyone was so happy, the event went so well, and it was a beautiful thing to see. Afterwards, they had their white wedding, still attended by family and friends, and they had a grand reception. Both families attended, friends and guests. Everywhere was colorfully and beautifully decorated. There were lots of food to eat, and everything went so well. Months later, Kayla was pregnant, and they were so excited. They were over the moon. They were very excited, and behold, they had twins, a boy and a girl. But years later, tragedy struck. Henry was diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer. It was a very traumatic experience for the kids and the mom. He passed on afterwards. Kayla had to do three different jobs to be able to meet up with taking care of her kids, providing shelter for her mom and her kids. Grandma was also very helpful, making sure their homeworks were done, they had their dinner on time, and she was able to stay with them while Kayla was at work. It was a good thing. Kayla was a nurse at daytime in a hospital where she worked. She worked there in the daytime, and at night, Kayla also worked in a hotel where she was an administrative staff in the hotel. She also loved baking and cooking, and on Saturdays, were her off days, she would also fry akara, and she had a lot of customers that always pulled up for her. Here is Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel is a young, rich young man and very ambitious, has a lot of conglomerates, and a very eligible bachelor with so many women tripping over for him. Coincidentally, Kayla and Mr. Samuel met while he came for his routine checkup. One thing led to the other, and they had their first date. It was actually a beautiful one. The night was beautiful. It was so nice. But Mr. Samuel had a dark secret that he had to tell Kayla. He knew he had to tell her this secret because he knew that this could actually end their relationship. When he was 7 years old, he had an accident. And that accident also damaged his reproductive organs. So that shattered him as a child. And his parents told him he couldn't father a child. So he was able to tell Kayla, and he also proposed to Kayla, and Kayla accepted. And they lived happily ever after. The end.